after the success of the first phase of solar parks, where nearly 20,000 megawatt of solar generating capacity is going to come up in 34 solar parks in different states in the country. Today, the cabinet decided to double the capacity from 20,000 megawatt to 40,000 megawatt of solar parks capacity, and towards that end an additional 50 solar parks will be approved and set up all across the country. Broadly, they will have about 500 megawatt capacity each or thereabouts. In the hilly areas or areas where there is not much agricultural land, non-agricultural land available, we will even approve smaller parks to encourage the widespread use of solar power. The Honorable Prime Minister reiterated his commitment and his government's commitment to promote increasingly the use of solar energy, to promote renewable energy, and demonstrated once again India's commitment towards a better future for the next generation, India's commitment to be a responsible global citizen and fight the adverse impacts of climate change. This policy will also permit the participation of private entrepreneurs who will be selected through a very transparent and equal opportunity policy by the state governments, and we shall be giving a central financial assistance of 20 lakh rupees per megawatt or 30% of the project cost to each of these solar parks, whichever is lower. And this will be monitored and implemented through the Solar Energy Corporation of India under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. The one important aspect that I'm sure has caught your attention also has been India's success under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi in introducing transparency in procurement of solar power and scaling up the projects of solar power, which has brought down the solar tariffs to a historic low of 2 rupees 97 paisa in the first year, with a 5 paisa escalation for 15 years thereafter, giving us a levelized tariff of about 3 rupees 30 paisa per unit of electricity, which finally brings India to grid parity with thermal power. In fact, in many cases, particularly for new coal-based thermal plants, even cheaper than coal-based thermal energy. It's a landmark achievement for India. It's a landmark achievement for the success of the solar sector, and it's a landmark achievement for encouraging clean energy and energy security for India. I'm also delighted to share with you that the Cabinet has approved today the investment proposal for setting up Arun 3 hydroelectric project in Nepal by the SJVN Limited, a central public sector enterprise of Government of India, once again demonstrating our commitment to promote clean and renewable energy in India and in the subcontinent in and around India. This project Arun 3 will generate 900 megawatt of hydropower at an estimated cost of 5,723.72 crore, and the project is expected to achieve financial closure by September this year and be implemented in 5 years thereafter. The project is a run-of-the-river scheme with about 70-meter high concrete gravity dam and headways tunnel of 11.74 kilometers with an underground powerhouse containing 4 generating units of 225 megawatt each. This project was first initiated through an MOU between Government of Nepal and SJVN in March 2008, when the new government came in, and we found that several such projects were at different stages but stalled and not much progress was happening. We started taking up each of the projects and taking them forward in right earnest, speedily. And I'm happy to say that soon after the new government came in, we signed the project development agreement on 25th November 2014, through which 21.9% free power will be given to Nepal during the entire concession period of 25 years. This will also give employment directly to about 3,000 persons during the construction of the project, both from India and Nepal. This is one more effort to further strengthen the relations between Nepal and India. This is one more significant milestone in the promoting and fostering of better relations with our most friendly neighbor, both from the objective of improving bilateral economic ties, but also from the objective of making Nepal a power surplus state, just like India today is. I'm sure the deep relations that India and Nepal have been able to develop, particularly since the first visit of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to Nepal, has strengthened the relationship between Nepal and India and will continue to strengthen in the years to come. There were a few other decisions taken by the Cabinet which will be uploaded on the PIB site. We have signed an air services agreement between India and Greece. We have done an MOU between India and Australia, which will develop further cooperation with Australia, particularly in the area of aviation security, training, and quality of management of security at the airports. And we have signed an agreement between the Ministry of Agriculture in India and the Ministry of Agriculture of the Republic of Poland on cooperation in the field of agriculture. Before I conclude, I'd just like to add one more element. In the course of discussions of the new solar parks, the Honorable Prime Minister has also discussed at length about how we can take solar energy through distributed generation to the villages of India and to the farmers of India, and help the farmers become self-sufficient and producers of electricity, which will help them further increase their income, further help them improve their productivity, and help them get guaranteed and assured clean energy source of power. And we shall be working towards engaging with the farming community and the agricultural sector to further improve the spread of solar energy in the deep interiors and villages of India. Thank you.
मल्लिकार्जुन जी कह रहे थे कि कांग्रेस की कृपा है कि अब भी लोकतंत्र बचा है और आप प्रधानमंत्री बन पाए। वाह, क्या शेर सुनाया।